What's up, my fellow Sambarians? Sambar here. Today, I was gonna quickly kind of just go over this one before it heads off to its home. I thought this one was pretty unique. I have not seen a Sambar van with this trim package, I guess. I have seen a lot of Sambars, but one like this I have not seen. It's got quite a few things that are unique, probably to the whatever this one is. I don't know it's a Diaz II, so I don't know all the trim packages, but I just thought this one was cool and I thought I would make a video on it. So first thing that's different is you got like these 90s fast squigglies going down the side, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's very I feel like I could whip this up and cut these on my plotter pretty quickly. There's just no rhyme or reason to the design, but it looks really cool. It just kind of makes the van a little different, almost like claw marks cutting into it. But yeah, so aside from the graphics, this one is supercharged, full-time, all-wheel drive. But what's kind of unique that I haven't seen, at least I don't think I've ever seen on a all-wheel drive van, it has an EL. Usually the EL extra low is on, at least from what I've seen, and I've seen a lot of Sambars in my day. I have never seen a, full-time all-wheel drive with an EL gear. So that's kind of cool in itself that it has that extra low gear and it's full-time four-wheel drive all the time. So unique, I think. It's mostly on the interior that has the stuff that I haven't seen before. So let's check out the inside so you can see what's going on. All right, let's take a look. Let's do a little walk around. So it was brought here. She wanted me to lower it, so I put the Greddy down springs on it, which drops it about an inch or so, inch and a half. Hi, Patita. Oh, and Patitos and Snowflake. Yeah, so dropped on Greddy down springs or lowering springs, and I did all the motor mounts. So unfortunately, this is the kind where the mount is welded to the cross member. So there are a couple ways that you can do this. I did make a video where you install it with it attached to the car. So it's just a bunch of beating it in or pressing it in if you have the ability to press it in while it's on the car. But I actually removed the whole cross member, which then I like because it allows you to beat it in from the back side. So on the front side, it's clean. And obviously, if you're paying for my services, I wanted it to look nice and not look like I beat it with a hammer like I did in the first time I did it. So I have learned since then. It looks like a lot cleaner job when you do it from the backside. I did valve cover gasket because I adjusted the valves. The valves were out of adjustment, so it's always good. This thing's just at about 100,000 kilometers, so that's when it's time to adjust the valves, about 100K. The timing belt was done in 2020 and 90, and I think she's at 95,000, so we're good there. And 2020, we still have 5 more years. I did take the cover off and inspect it, and everything looked good. So didn't have to worry about the timing belt, but we did all the motor mounts, which is good. Those are the down springs or lowering springs, and they are called down springs if you're getting them from Japan. So yeah, if you search for those online, you're going to look for down springs. So this was one thing I thought was kind of cool that I saw obviously probably added after. I don't know. But it's a whole tube light, which is crazy. It's not LED. It's the big old fluorescent tube light in there. So I don't know. That might be hard to replace finding that guy. But that's kind of cool. It's got the back speakers, which I did install in my van, but this one looks like it may have Maybe they added later, I'm not sure, because there's usually a door card here that you could pull off. So I'm not entirely sure, but they did come with rear speakers. So that obviously was, you know, a different trim package. So it's lowered on some really nice, some Ray Volks, I think they are. I think they're really expensive. Volk Racing. I think those are expensive wheels. A little out of my budget, but they're nice. So this is the cool thing about this van. One, it's got the cool little upper tray, which did come in the trucks. Typically, like the high roof Akabos, it's got that upper tray. So obviously you could do these in the van because the van has the high roof versus the flat top normal Sambar. So that's kind of cool. You get some extra storage up here. This is unique. So the Akabos had a trip counter. Actually, I'll just show you real quick. So that's what's in here. So they obviously made a little modified that and turned it into a little cubby, which usually there's a cup holder here or just a pocket. But this is what they did. They took the trip counter and it looks like they may have gutted it. So that's what it typically is, digital trip counter. So obviously you can get your miles that you're driving, because the Akabos, I think, were mainly used for work. They were the work trucks, made to last for like 1,000,000 kilometers, something crazy. So yeah, everything else on the outside is pretty normal, nothing crazy. But the inside is what is really cool, because here's our extra low, which is, I have not seen an extra low. That's the first time I've seen that on a all-wheel drive, full-time all-wheel drive. Pretty cool, quick release. It's like a heart. It's kind of cool. Momo steering wheel. Aaron's gauge pod, but she has an oil temp gauge in there, which is cool. So there's sandwiched in between the oil filter, and the oil pump is like the housing, like an adapter, so you could put your oil temp gauge in there. Our double din, very nice, with a 3D printed trim ring. I'm assuming Aaron probably printed that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks good because that covers up anything exposed. So the back is pretty normal, but they got this cool like custom cubby. I don't want to open it in case there's something in there, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I think maybe this may have been used for camping or something. I mean, to have that light. Oh man, it's gonna start raining. So let's quickly show these. Okay, so the really cool thing about this van, starting to sprinkle, I gotta hurry here, is the captain chair's swivel. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull this under the cover because it's gonna start raining. Okay, relocated under cover. So what's cool and unique about this van in particular is the seat swivel. So there's arrows on the side, so those need to be lined up. That's lined up. I think it's easier if you have the seat like that. Then you push down on the knob down here, and then you can spin it. Yeah, you gotta have the seat so you can clear the steering wheel. And then bingo. Then we'll fold the seat back, and then you put the little doohickey back down. And yeah, now you can face your hombre sitting in the back or whatever. So that's really cool. Let's see if we can do this one. They're like, somehow they're interlinked. I don't know a whole lot about them, but they have like a cable that interlinks them. So I'm not sure how the passenger side goes. I don't want to break any old parts. But yeah, so that's really cool that you can get the seats to swivel around. That's why I think maybe this one was for camping, because you can hang out in it. Let's turn it back around. Oh, yeah, it tells you right here, but I don't know how you do the passenger side. It seems like it's locked. But yeah, very, very cool, unique little thing that is I think kind of rare in the Sambar to have these swiveling seats and like this cool pattern. This one does have a rear heater, so you got your switch right there. But yeah, that's this van. Very cool van. All the motor mounts and suspension. Oh yeah, let's go over that real quick too. So along with lowering it, I did replace the strut hats. So you can see the new ones in there, because the old ones, the studs, actually stripped out. So they were bad anyways. I had to replace them. And I also did new sway bar end links and sway bar bushings. So the front end is going to be nice and tight, and yeah, that's going to make a huge difference, especially driving a van since it's a little top heavy. But yeah, this is that van. I just wanted to show you guys. I'm working on this one. Maybe you can tell me what's missing inside that drum that should interlock with that. Yeah. Working on that next. But yeah, this van came out good. The only thing it's missing now is a rear wing. Yeah, very cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you would like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're in PNW and you need service done on your Sambar or K-Truck, whatever you got, if you're not aware, I do work on them here. I poured some concrete finally after a couple years of working on rubber stall mats and rock. It's finally time to upgrade. Oh my gosh, I don't remember what it was like working on rubber stall mats. So crazy. What a game changer. So yeah, parts on my website, whatever. Reach out to me if you need help. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me show off your van, Brooke. Very cool van. And I have some stuff. I'll be doing some videos soon on what I imported. Not K related, but I think that's kind of fun to see some more right-hand drive cars from Japan. That's not a K. Kind of open your mind to right-hand drive stuff. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.